Hello, everyone. As Blanca presented, I am Cătălina Rogozan, and I'm part of the Highclere consulting team and the Moving project. And in the next few minutes, I will introduce you to our value chain, which is certified ecotourism in the southern Romanian Carpathians. Romania, situated in southeastern Europe, has its relief dominated by the Carpathians Mountains, which can be divided into the western, southern, and eastern Carpathians. The southern Carpathians are also considered the Transylvanian Alps and are composed mainly of hard crystalline and volcanic rocks, which give the region the massive character that differentiates it from the other divisions of the Carpathians. Oh, I'm sorry. I will start again. Okay, here we are. The region selected for undertaking the moving study is the Carpathian Massif, which can be seen in these four pictures and which is widely considered as one of the jewels in the crown of the southern Romanian Carpathians. The landscape is dominated by a 25-kilometer long limestone ridge with deep gorges and caves, and this creates a unique mountain landscape that is highly appreciated nationally and internationally. A few information about the region. A total of 7 land administrative units with a total area of 866 kilometers square in 2 counties, Brașov and Argeș, encompass the massif, 80% of which is part of the national park, which overlaps with 2 Natura 2000 sites. The altitude of the region is comprised between 500 and 2,238 meters altitude. The region had in 2019 a population of 46,280 persons and a density of 53.7 inhabitants per kilometer square. The average income in 2018 was of 9,700 euros per person in Argeș and 12,600 euros per person in Brașov. And now the main question of today's presentation: why did we choose certified ecotourism as our value chain? The Piatra Craiului National Park is a high-quality tourist destination in Romania, but it is also a fragile landscape and vulnerable ecosystem that is under great pressure from inappropriate development. These pressures are likely to increase, and there is an urgent need to develop more sustainable, lower-impact forms of tourism, while also maintaining the valuable income provided for the local community. Certified ecotourism appears to have significant potential to contribute to the sustainability and resilience of mountain areas in Romania, and therefore justifies investigation in moving. However, certified ecotourism is not the only form of tourism encountered in the southern Romanian Carpathians. Mountain and rural tourism in the region is typically all season with similar visitor numbers in both winter and summer, and the neighboring villages of Bran and Moeciu especially have been one of several hotspots for mountain tourism in Romania for many years and are typical of the low to mid-range tourism experience offered in many regions, catering primarily for the Romanian market with some international visitors. But the traditional rural identity of the area has been increasingly eroded by an urban type overdevelopment, which increasingly discourages more discerning foreign visitors while continuing to appeal to the domestic visitor. A major challenge now is how to manage continued development without the risk of negative impact upon these valuable assets. Certified ecotourism is a form of sustainable mountain tourism, where the main motivation of the tourist is to observe and to enjoy both nature and traditional local customs regarding nature. Key principles guiding the development and promotion of certified ecotourism are the following: a primary focus upon the conservation and protection of natural areas, the development of certain ecotourism products based on the appropriate interpretation of natural and socio-cultural values in these areas, use of local human resources and constructive input to the development of local communities, education and raising awareness of environmental sustainability among tourists and local communities, and last, effective marketing and the delivery of a high degree of tourist satisfaction. Our stakeholders that will be engaged in the project have been classified in 7 major categories. These are the producers, farmers and foresters, NGOs, innovation brokers and advisors, businesses, public authorities and policymakers, researchers, and others. The key stakeholders that we have to further interact in this study is the Association of Ecotourism in Romania and also the Piatra Craiului National Park Administration. The Zărnești-Piatra Craiului region is one of the 10 eco-destinations promoted by the Association of Ecotourism in Romania, with a range of certified ecotourism services that are offered locally in partnership with the National Park Authority and local businesses that have been certified by IAR. These services include eco-tours with experienced local guides to visit the wolf, lynx, and bear tracks, specialist hiking trips for nature photography, low-impact mountain biking trails, and small-scale and low-impact accommodation. Here, we have tried to simplify and to present to you our value chain. The first diagram represents the most simplified version of it, and we can see the main stages and the main actors. The main stages are planning and booking, transportation, accommodation and food, creative and leisure industries and activities, and support activities. In the second diagram, we have tried to present to you our region. Our land use systems are mosaic landscape with forest and extensive semi-natural grassland. Our reference variable was landscape composition, and our value chain is certified ecotourism. Our value chain's current vulnerabilities are mainly concerning changing in land use and landscape due to overexploitation of forest and other local resources, abandonment of less accessible grasslands in the mountains and decline in traditional farming, chaotic development of leisure, recreation and tourism activities, and poorly planned and controlled construction of tourist accommodation and holiday homes. We also have some impacts due to the climate change, which are represented by extreme rainfall and flooding, especially during spring, summer, and autumn, rising temperature. Sudden changes in temperature are happening more frequently, especially during winter, and negatively affects the touristic function of the region because it causes the early melting of the snow and pushes tourists toward Făgăraș Mountains, where the altitude is higher. And the last is the risk of wildfires. Wildfires happen during springtime and are, in most cases, started by the locals who burn the dry grass in order to refresh the plot. Regarding the perspectives on the future, as we have seen, tourism is both a blessing and a curse for the southern Romanian Carpathian Mountains. It is hugely important for the local economic development, but if the current pattern of tourism development continues, it is a risk of impacting negatively on the quality of the natural assets upon which it depends. Certified ecotourism is a key component of the strategic planning and management of rural mountain tourism at all levels. Certified ecotourism can contribute to the sustainability of the area in the following ways. In the economic way, it can create new and diversified sources of income. Social, it can lead to job creation, but also to the creation of a brand of the Piatra Craiului area through the Association of Ecotourism that will give a certain social identity and engage the local people. Environment, conservation and protection of the environment, and at the governance level, a high-level strategy with a new brand image for the rural and mountain tourism in Romania. A factor that contributed to the resilience of the region is the mentality of the local people, who are very resistant to change and whose traditions are deeply embedded. This can represent both a strength and a weakness for the region. The question which we are now facing is how to engage the local people in building both sustainability and resilience. Thank you for your attention.